Welcome to Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. They'll run this play from the pistol. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give from the gun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Dropping back, it's Manning. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Takes the handoff. It's Baxter. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. He wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
The running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They get to him as he throws. Pulls it in. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Got it behind the line. It's McClure. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Fires to the middle. And that pass is intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out, there he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Gets it out quickly. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, the offense got themselves in a bad position to start, but a nice change up there, handing it off and getting a lot of the yardage back, David, now to set up third and at least a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, and when it's third and forever like that, I'm thinking pass. So great job slipping the run in there. Running back now putting them in a better position. But defensively, I still got him in third and long, still in a good situation.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Yates. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Gonna run it. It's McClure. They bring him down, and he's gonna lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
On third and long, he's gonna have to throw for it. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Power football with the run. Got room at the 35. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Stanford is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Cardinal on the scoreboard. They're up 14 over Syracuse. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Going up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. He wants to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Texas 28, Tulane 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Green 25.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
A little release to the back. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He breaks a tackle. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Looking to move it through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Coming after it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. A fair catch just inside the 40. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been...
Afterburners coming. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Yeah, and obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares.
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
Now on 2nd down.
Cricket.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. He's got it. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
29 Philly.
Fast motion from the offense. Got his man quickly. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Pound 55.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas.
Texas.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
42. Tulane 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Going to the running game. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Now, 4th down.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Okay, ready?
And the Longhorns are in the red zone.
Easy.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Texas offense. Trying to set the tone with the run. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
Tackled on the play at the 31-yard line. 3rd down coming.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking for a crease. It's Baxter.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Green 25.
They'll try to get the edge on the left. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'll give it to the back. Bulls his way forward. The Longhorns send out the punt unit.
49. On to punt it away.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Finds his big tight end. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Now on 1st first down from the 43-yard line. On the ground, it's McClure. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker, you could tell, locked in on the quarterback, chases him down, gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle, gets him on the ground.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the wideout. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Right on target this time. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He's got his man there to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texas 42, Tulane 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He'll just keep slinging it. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Here we go.
They'll go to the ground. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Unleashes to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this deep.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
42 spike.
He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. And he's thrown another interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Line getting set on 2nd down.
Cobra.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Getting some heat. He finds his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
From the gun. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on day-to-day talk.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job.